hanging out with my pal Tommy Rant right here. What's up? Now, I heard a little rumor from Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta, that you snore.
What?
That's what he told me.
First off, if that bus is paying attention to me while I'm sleeping, that ain't strictly business. That's strictly weird.
That's kind of weird, right?
I ain't about that. Where'd you hear that from him? Her?
From him.
Her. Yeah. Listen, Buster. Listen, Chooch. You got my number. You know the time. Slime time.
Careful, Brandon Beretta is really good at suplexing big fat asses, so he might get you back, but you've been losing weight, so.
You look great.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, thank you, Tommy Red and Slimeball Sage over there. That's bigger than 8x10. What do you mean?
I don't know. I got hit in the head a bunch of times. What do you want from me?
Speaking of that, what's going on? Like, why did he attack you?
Listen, that Momo knows no respect. And when I get my hands on him, you best bet I'm going to break him. I'm going to break him like the dog he is, because he will learn respect. You don't do that to CJ Bambino and get away with it.
Man, are you going to make it to the next KVP show?
Of course I am. It's in 3 months.
Okay, so you got 3 months of recovery, huh?
Listen, you get punched in the head with a chain twice and take the 3D. I don't see you in the ring, but you got a belt.
I do, not only 8 of them, but the 23-6 champion.
Go over there. Go. I don't even know why they put me and you on the same table.
I don't know either.
Go over there. Get out of here. Go.
Thank you, CJ.
Leave me alone.
Yo, they call me Dank, the lyrical titan. Stepping in the ring, spitting fire, igniting. From the square circle to the booth, I'm dominant. Unbreakable spirit, call me the king, I'm prominent. Beyond the barricade, the podcast bumping. Real talk, no gimmicks, ain't no time for slumping. Grinding day and night, always something to prove. Elevating the game, that's the Dank move. Mic check 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining. Resolute, run deep, instilled the fight. Never back down, always standing upright. In the ring or on the track, same intensity. Delivering knockout blows lyrically. 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and today I have a very special, really cool guest for everybody. Let me bring to you the one, the only man but Jesus, MBJ.
What's going on? My Papa Dizzle, my Papa Whizzle, how are you on this grand Izzle?
I'm doing great. Big weekend over at NWA in Philly this weekend, man.
Oh, dude, I was watching. You know what an intro Papa Dank's got on his program. It fully sucked in all my attention. I love to watch our good NWA brothers, the Slime Balls, as they were talking about Brandon Beretta watching Tommy Rand sleep, dude. What's going on with that Strictly business? He just likes to watch people sleep and stuff. What a weirdo.
That's what he told me, like 6 months ago.
Freak.
Oh man. I love Brandon Beretta, by the way. He's a really good dude. All right. We got some upcoming matches coming up for you. First of all, let's talk about our good friends at NYWC. Make sure you get tickets. Friend or Foe is coming up as you're taking on your ex-friend, Mike Mistretta.
Dude, that's my new best friend, and good luck to him. We're going to try our best to move on to the second round of the Heart and Soul Cup. You know, friends and foes now teaming up. You're going to get MBJ, you're gonna get Michael Mistretta, my best rival, you could say, and now my new best friend. You know what I mean? I don't think he really wants to team up with me, especially after what we did to that trophy of his. But you know,
I mean, in the end, he did get a trophy. It wasn't a big one.
He got that little one. You know what I mean? I've seen people get less in life. You know, so he should be grateful at the end of the day.
I've seen that too, man. Oh man, what a stacked card that show's going to be. Make sure everybody goes to NYWC Pro Wrestling to get their tickets. And then, of course, we got what is going on here first?
Dude,
From
MBJ right
Exodus
here.
Pro.
This is my other best friend, my other tag team partner, Sam Beal. All right. This is Sam Beal, MBJ, M Beal J. Now, last time there was a Beal Fest. This was when we rolled in. It was much like Dominic Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. There was the custody of the Groovy Grizzly. Now, I defeated all Aaron Stevens with the help of Sam Beal, yeah, at Beal Fest. So this is where our good friendship came. He got my best friend. I have a lot of best friends. You got Michael Mistretta, you got Sam Beal, you got the Groovy Grizzly, you got a whole slew of them. However, thank you, Sam Beal, for getting us back. And now this is like a year-long celebration. So now we're gonna celebrate just us, basically. We're throwing a party for Cleveland.
Before we go to the next picture, how did you come up with the Groovy Grizzlies? That is a great idea.
Well, you know, it was not just this brain. It's kind of like a group of brains.
Collaboration.
You know what I mean? You know, I was going through Macy's and they had on clearance $10 this onesie tie-dye suit. So I said, that's $10. I need to get that. So once I got that, I also had a panda head from Walmart. They used to sell mascot heads. So I had a panda head from Walmart.
Yes.
We ended up, me and the psychedelic Sasquatch, CJ Benson, stayed up all night long painting him. And then, you know, CJ returned from an injury and we brought as well the Groovy Grizzly with us. The Groovy Grizzly was named by Booker of Outlaw Pro Wrestling, John Arpino. I have to shout it out because if you don't, he'll come after you. He'll come after you legally. Now, he named it in the back before we went out. We were like, what are we going to call this thing? He was like, and he came up with that. And then everything just kind of came together. And the Groovy Grizzly is what it was. Went out, humped, did moonsaults, and got over. And it's been with me since.
Awesome. I love it. I love the Groovy Grizzlies. It's like the best.
We do love, a lot of people love these Groovy Grizzlies. I've beat them up. I've taken care of them. I've done a lot with them over the years, you know, but they still come to me and they love me at the end of the day. So that's what matters.
I could see in the future a future MBJ action figure 2-pack with the Groovy Grizzly.
That's what I'm saying. You need both of them. You need both of them.
That's right. All right, we got 5D Pope, 5PW, Cosmic Collision coming soon. Is that slime coming out of the earth?
Dude, this is what it is. You're getting breaking news right here. You're the first to hear it live on Papa Dank interview city, dude. Breaking news. 5DPW, ladies and gentlemen. Cosmic Collision. There is a collision in the fifth dimension, dude. It's imploding.
Wow.
The slime balls and me are imploding our relationship. Savelli is running our company with the title. We spent a lot of money on that belt, and now Savelli has it. That's BS, I'll tell you what. And it's a slime ball hitting the earth, dude. It's a slime ball impacting the earth. So a Balls Deep Collision is coming very soon to your YouTube screen. A private taping will be going on. Papa Dank, you got the invite. It's invite only, dude. How crazy is that?
I did get the invite. I'm trying to get off that day so I can go.
Well, the collision is on its course, and we're gonna have. Listen, there's gonna be a lot of. I'll give you a couple names. I'll drop a couple names, right? So you got the Slime Balls, of course, NWA Superstars. Of course, we got NWA Superstar Kylie Alexa as well, bringing her back. Emily LeVay, Tina San Antonio.
Wow.
Notorious Mimi. All right, we're going.
Wow.
Rando Lee, Joey Conway, myself, and you know, a bunch of others. Michael Mistretta, and we're gonna get a hot dog as well. So we're gonna have
a great lineup.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So what a lineup we have for this Cosmic Collision coming up. And that's going to be a Balls Deep taping and a Balls Deep edit together for the YouTube universe.
That's awesome. So how did 5PW form?
Well, there was numerous times where I was going to run a show, and something always happened where it got like rained out or canceled for some bullshit reason. Always canceled. Right. Eventually, we ran one. We ran one at the NYWC because we were like, all right, let's do this. So eventually we got one done, and then it was like, all right, let's do another. And then so we've only done 4. Not a lot for, I guess, but here's the news. The big news is we're going to be running them more frequently. We're going to be making more shows more frequently as the TISM goes on. We're going to be trying to hit one at least every month or every other month and start pumping them out.
Definitely want to make one of those shows in the upcoming future. 100%.
Yes, we need Papa Dizzle.
I'd love to do my vlog there.
Yes,
doing the vlogs. The vlogs are fun. I will be filming this weekend, Certainly knows.
Yeah, what the
But
fuck?
anyway, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about MBJ. Let's talk about how you fell in love with professional wrestling.
Oh well, the first time I saw it on TV, my father loved it. So he was scrolling, and a SmackDown was on with Randy Orton doing a eulogy to the Undertaker, sitting in the ring doing the peeking at him after I showed like this promo package of him burning alive and all this crazy stuff, and I was just hooked. I was staring at the TV, and ever since that day, I watched it. And my mom tried to keep it away from me for a while, tried to keep it away from me for a while. But that was just like ever since I seen that one, ever since I seen the Undertaker laying in the casket, coming back alive, coming to beat up Randall Keith
Right.
Orton, I was hooked. You know what I mean? I
Right.
was hooked. So since then, that was like the day I was like, oh, I gotta. So that was many, many, many moons ago. That was like 2005, 2004. Holy shit. So now I'm just looking back, and I'm like, well, that's what I want to do. My whole life, that's what I wanted to do. I became 18. I signed up at the NYWC Sportatorium school thing, and they taught me how to wrestle. And then I started doing it. You know what I mean? You got to really do it. You got to go. Like, you can't just. A lot of people like to
Got
start to train and
got to
just
go in
stay.
balls deep.
That you have to go in balls deep, because a lot of people will start to train at one place. They'll stay at the one place. They'll never get discovered. They'll never go anywhere.
Never.
That's not how
No.
you're gonna make it. Nobody wants to go out
No.
there and just go and make stuff
It's
happen.
it's not easy. I mean, I know obviously we both know. Well, you're a wrestler, so you know much about. But me as a podcast, I know a ton of wrestlers now, and that's the thing. They can't travel for whatever reason. Tons of talent out there.
Oh my
100%
god,
tons of
that's what I'm
talent.
saying. Tons of talent, but the thing is, if you don't want,
But
well, they
life.
can want.
It's
You
not
can
even
want
that.
it
It's life. Sometimes life gets in the way for a bunch of
if you want
talent.
it, though. That's the thing. If you want it, you move life out of the way.
That's true.
That's
Nothing
what I've
else.
had. That's what I've had to
Nothing
do
else
numerous.
matters.
That's what I've had to do numerous times in my life. Like the week my grandma was laying in the home like this, like she was going for a week straight. What did I
Right.
have? I had a show every day, so I had to go do the show. Come, and this is like one of the people that raised me. It was me, my mom, and my grandma. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is like a parent to me. Laying there for a fucking week almost. I had a
Right.
show every fucking day. I drove to the show, drove right back. Drove to the show, drove right back. Drove to the show, drove right back. She died in my arms on that day. I went and I wrestled in a fucking casket match. Had the best match of my career. You know why? Because I wanted this shit. You know what I mean? As
This is
you
your
know,
calling.
this is what it is. You know what I mean? So real life comes in the way. Real life fucking came like this, smacking me around. I had to
Right.
do this and go do what I had to do. And I had a great match every single day I went. I wrestled Alpha Jr., had a great match with him. I called the whole match. Could you believe that? To a veteran that was on TV when I was a kid that I was watching. Called the whole fucking match to him. I said, what do you think about this? He said, hell yeah, let's do it. Went out there. We did it. We killed it. I went back home, did what I had to do. You know what I mean? You move your shit out of the way and you get it done.
You go
That's what
for it.
I'm a full. I don't know. A lot of people, I love to make an excuse. I'm not going to lie. I love to make a good excuse. But like a lot of these people I see, they don't really want it, I guess. You know what I mean? Or it's just excuses and they're lying to themselves. Because if you really, 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 really want it, I told myself
You
since I
go for it.
was, dude, I told myself since I was this small, since I was a little boy, since I saw The Undertaker do that shit. First WrestleMania I ever saw, WrestleMania 23, right? In Detroit. They had beautiful setup, Undertaker, Batista, John Cena, Shawn Michaels, all my heroes. You know what I mean? I watched that DVD until it was no longer on, like a thing. It
Right.
was just I broke this shit basically. I watched it so many times. I told myself since I saw that DVD, I will have a WrestleMania moment. And like, you move life out of the way. You move life out of the way. You have to be selfish. You have to be selfish in this shit.
Yeah.
And I am a little selfish. You do have regrets, you know what I mean? But you move life out of the way. You move life out of the way. I had a WrestleMania fucking moment. You know what I mean? Like,
It's awesome.
because I made it happen. So there's no excuse to anybody in this. Like, if you really, really want it, you go at it full boogie. And like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, dude. Life sucks for me outside of wrestling sometimes. You know what I mean? It's financially rough. It's
I hear you.
it is what it is. You don't have like a steady job because you have to drop everything and go to a Monday Night Raw, drop everything and go to an NWA or go to an
Right.
indie that's right here. And a lot of people rather the stability in life than the ruckus, the run amok to make it happen. You know what I mean? And and like I would love stability. However, the moments I've had because of the way I've chosen to live my life is balls deep.
Now you even moved out of state.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I moved away from everybody I knew, everybody I
I know.
loved. My
I remember.
pets
I remember asking about you. Where's the man bun? He moved. I'm like, what do you mean he moved?
dipped out. You know what I mean? I just
He's
left. Didn't tell
gone.
anybody. Yeah, it gone. Didn't tell anybody. Gone. Went. I was training with EC3. You know, I
Yeah,
was like on feet on the ground for the start of the Exodus, and now you've seen what that's become. You know what I mean? It's
huge.
it's their top territory. You know, so
Yeah.
it's an awesome thing they got over there.
But don't tell
And
Joe Kazana though. Don't tell Joe.
no. We don't let them know. We got tracksuits and everything. They didn't like that. You know, a little jealous, but it's okay. But that's the thing. Sometimes you got to go out there and you got to, and that's if I didn't move out there at the time, and I like right now I'm kind of like transitioning back to like New York kind of because I got like a flight pass with Frontier. Like this is my scam to all wrestlers. Also, you get a flight pass, $600 for the
Uh-huh.
year. You
Is
pay
it?
you pay just for the seat. It's $20. It's like I fly to Vegas for $20.
Are you
Like
serious?
yes, and that's why I go everywhere because it's like I save it up, I pay it $600, and then all year long I can just
That's
get on a flight to wherever and then go
that's awesome.
get right back home, and I don't need to
Yeah.
go, So
I need a flight pass.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm doing now. So it's like, well, I'm like, it's because having two hubs is not fucking easy. You know what I mean? It's like you have, like, I forget some gear here, I forget some stuff there. It's like if I'm flying everywhere anyway, or it's better to be in one spot. But being out there, it was an unreal experience. You know what I mean? Being feet on the ground, and I wouldn't have gotten to the places that I was. Like I wouldn't have been on the last NWA pay per view. I was like the
Right.
opening. I was the opening match. I was the pre show, but I was like opening match on the YouTube on the like live stream the whole nine shit
Right.
yards. And I wouldn't have gone back to NWA. I wouldn't have gotten all these opportunities to go and grow my stuff if I didn't move out there and take the bet on what I believed I had going on.
No, you're a great talent. I always thought so. Even before like we knew each other. Like just seeing you in the indies out here in YWC. I used to love your Fit First character.
All fit juggalo.
Yeah, that was cool. Really cool.
And
So
maybe he'll come. Maybe he'll come back one day when I have another crash out. I'll be ready to come back and start.
anybody looking to book MBJ, please reach out to him. He is a great talent and adds value to your show. Throw it out there. I don't throw it out there for a lot of people, but I do throw it out there. And I truly believe in MBJ.
I'm not too shabby. I've been around the block. I've been doing this since 2016, so it's been almost 10 years now. And I don't know. I know a lot about this stuff. This is like, and people get screwed in life. I feel like I went to college though. That was my check. But a lot of people, this is like their only thing. Like all they know is wrestling, and sometimes they get screwed because there's not a lot of jobs where it's like you can financially and like have a stable job financially, like
Right.
teaching somebody this stuff or like doing whatever. But some people are good at it. Some people are good at it. But
Yeah.
you got to, I don't know. You got to find your niche. I want to write a book on this because I feel like I truly know 101 ways that you can scam your way into, maybe that's the title of the book. 101 ways
I
how to
think you should
scam
write
your
it.
way
You
into
should
the
definitely
wrestling
write the book.
business. No, I've been jotting down little things, but like I'm telling you, there's a million things I've picked up on the road that it's just like it's funny. It's funny to me that I just know so much little dumb things,
Yeah, you've been
dumb
around
things that make it.
some
How to
great
make that
talent
money.
for sure.
That was the thing. I was sick of being broke. I was sick of wrestling and not making money. So I had to figure out how am I going to make the most money I can doing this shit without the promoter paying me that stuff. You know what I mean? Now I get paid. Thank God, because I was sick of it.
That's good.
It's hilarious because I feel like I don't know what it is, bro. Maybe it's in this New York scene that's just so overpopulated that it was hard to get booked at the time. Still is hard to get booked, but these people like you would have to go and you have to set up their shit and work for free and all that. Oh my God, those days are long gone for me, bro. I'm old. OLD.
OLD, I love it.
At 27, I'm old. I'll tell you what, I've lived a life. Almost 10 years in the business, it kills you, bro. I feel like it's like that's longer.
Sure.
10 years in the pro wrestling business is longer than what an 8-year presidential term will do to a person. Like, this has killed me.
Physically and mentally, huh? I'm
That's what
sure
I'm
you've
saying, bro.
dealt with a lot of bullshit.
It's rough, and you do deal with a lot of bullshit, on so many different ends. Like, I don't like to deal with the drama of the shit. So like once the drama starts, I'm kind of just, and like now I just laugh and like I'm just like, all right, whatever. But like I feel like as a youth, in wrestling, you would have to deal with that drama. You know what I mean? Like these
Right.
dumb old heads that would I don't know, like why they would. This is not everywhere too. I feel like it was just like where I started. Like these people that would never leave the fucking place would be like just such dicks. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I go to WWE, and John Cena speaks to me. You know what I mean? Like he like thank you for coming, thank you for doing this.
That's awesome.
And these people were dickheads to me in the locker room when I started. These people that never left the building. It's
Right.
just it's
They're,
so
they're
wrestling is just
assholes
so
to
funny
you,
to me. That's
but
why I
they're
look at
like,
the business as a joke.
like you said, there's assholes. You come along the way, and then you go to like a WrestleMania. You meet John Cena, who talks to you like you're the best, like the best in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he treats you like a person. That's what it is. A lot of people in wrestling get treated like shit, and then they think they have to treat you like
Yeah.
shit. But really, it's just
Trust me, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, really, it's just like we're all just putting on we're all just dressing up and rolling on each other sweaty. So you tell me what that's all about.
Yeah, I got a question for you from Serena. Who would you like to see in either NYWC and or NWA?
Oh, it's funny because like a lot of my friends are starting to make it to the NWA, so it's like who do I want there? Who do I want there? I don't know. You know who I think is great, dude, and that is my tag team partner coming up for Friend or Foe. And I'm not just plugging it again, dude, but I'm just being
Mike
honest.
Mistretta.
Michael Mistretta is phenomenal, and
Yes.
especially lately, a different switch has gone off in Mistretta's head, where the intensity in the ring has gone through the roof. The intensity and being on the microphone has gone through the roof. Like when I watch his promos, like and like there's parts he's like being serious and shit, but like I'm laughing so hard because he's
Right.
just complaining, he's whining, and like that shit is funny to me. And so I'm like, this guy is great, and he needs a Thank God he's getting the opportunity on this WWE ID show at the NYWC building, because
Right.
this guy truly deserves a spotlight to be put on him. I would love to see him get an opportunity to scream and crash out at the NWA. At the NYWC, I don't know. Yeah, there's so many heads that have come in that building that I can't even tell you like who has not.
What about Sam Beal?
Dude, that's one of them, bro. I
Right?
have been pitching Sam Beal to come around. So that is a good answer. That is a good answer to bring MBLJ to the NYWC. Go after the
All
gold.
right. All the owners over there, take notes.
Yeah,
If
take
you're
notes
watching,
about it. We're over, dude. We're over.
we're taking over. Man, a lot of good stuff. We got the big Philly event this weekend, man. The Crockett Cup
Oh, good.
crossover
Good luck.
with WWE as well.
Oh yeah, you got
Natalia.
Natalia, dude. You got Natalia facing old my good friend Kyle Page's brother Kenzie. And Slime Balls, I guess they're in the Crockett Cup itself, right? It's Slime Balls with their great friend Carson Drake out there.
Yeah.
Many others of the greats. We got our Exodus friends, PB Smooth and EC3 teaming up this Crockett Cup as well. So we got some good representation in the Crockett Cup this time around here.
Good stuff indeed. All right. Companies you want to work for that you haven't worked for yet in the independency.
I'll tell you, I have worked for JCW, the Juggalos, the Juggalo Championship Wrestling. I have worked for them one time. I would love to go back there and do do my shtick. You know what I mean? I feel like that crowd could dig the dumb shit that I do or hate me. And regardless how they felt about me, I would kill it because I know I can. That's definitely one of them. I would love to go back to OVW, and they asked, they were like, "Why hasn't MVJ come back?" I'm gonna come back at some point. I'm gonna pop up and harass you again, Al Snow. I might have to sleep on your guest couch or guest bed again because MVJ needs a place to crash.
Right.
And I'm looking to get down there, to Florida, do some more Florida stuff.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see what this year brings. This year's already. I wanted it to be. Every year you start off the year, you want it to be bigger than the last, bigger than the last, bigger than the last. And we
But
are just a couple months in. We're like 5 months in now, right? And I could say this is probably been craziest year I've done so far. You know what I mean? So it keeps just things keep going.
you have done a lot of stuff, my friend.
Yeah,
Lots of stuff.
that's what I'm saying. So, and the truck doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. Unfortunately, it's going. It's going quick.
And more stuff coming from MBJ, man. All right. Some guys you want to wrestle, you haven't wrestled yet. Who would you like to wrestle? Let's take it out of NWA for now. Anybody in the dependency?
You know, I've been seeing this guy. He's got like his own groovy grizzly, dude. This guy with the basketball. I think that me and him could put on one hell of a classic. And I'm not talking about fucking technician shit. I'm talking about entertainment to the fucking max. I think
Right.
me and basketball guy could put on a great one. So he's definitely on the list.
Okay.
It's funny, bro. Like I've wrestled so many people on TV. Like I was wrestling Matt
have.
Cardona. Wrestling Matt Cardona at NYWC would be cool too, because I feel like that was
Okay.
that's the reason why I signed up at NYWC, because it was like, oh, Zack Ryder was there. Zack Ryder was there.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's the place to go. You know what I mean? So wrestling Matt Cardona would be sick at NYWC. That would be dope. Definitely basketball guy. Basketball guy would be sick too. And
I'm glad you brought up Matt Cardona. Speaking of NYWC, as you're thinking there, would you like to see yourself one day in their Hall of Fame?
what, the NYWC?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm basically already an NYWC Hall of Famer. Like, if you look at it, we had
I can see you putting up your own poster up there and say, "Look, I'm in."
I almost I almost got the Groovy Grizzly one year, and like I was just gonna go out there and like do the
Put it
fucking
up.
whole thing, put it up. But that's the thing. It's like I go out there and it's the real deal, dude. I think that they have like this wall, dude. This wall, of like paintings and stuff. I didn't put this on there, so I did not put this on there. I just know someone did. Somebody else put this on there, so it's the wall of stars that made it to the Federation. You got John Silver, Alex Reynolds, Willow, Tony Nese, fucking.
Right.
And I have a little pin of myself. Somebody took the pin. They found it in like the locker room, and they popped it on top of the wall. So I'm technically made it. I am an NYWC Hall of Famer, and I'm the only man in the company to hold both the Fusion and Starlet championships, different reigns. But
You did.
I'm
Yes,
the only
you
one
did.
who's ever done it. There's other titles to hold in the company. However, I am a Hall of Famer there, in my opinion, already. I deserve a ring.
Some
and
flowers.
And a celebration. And flowers, yes, because I've done great. If you asked ChatGPT, I have the screenshot to prove it. I don't know if it will say it again, or I don't know what we asked. We asked some AI, GBT, chat, whatever the fuck thing, and it told us that NYWC was the developmental program of 5DPW, and I marked out huge for that. So what I'm telling you is 5D, MBJ started. MBJ, only guy to hold the Fusion and Starlet title. MBJ already on the Wall Star of Fame. MBJ will win another belt there, I guarantee it. And just the Groovy Grizzly himself. I was on TV and I was there at the same time. So I'm a Hall of Famer, in my opinion, at that place. I deserve it. I don't know when they're doing the next Hall of Fame, but if I'm not in, I'm going to petition to be in this year.
I mean, it doesn't go by age because Willow's in there.
That's what I'm saying. I deserve it.
Now, if the slime balls get in before you do, there's something wrong with the system.
That's BS. And the fact that they told me, I was like, when they got signed, they were like, I was like, what's fucking sick is that your faces are gonna get painted on that wall before mine. I said, that's what's sick.
Oh man, they were so happy that they got signed, man. I remember talking to Tommy about it. He was very excited, as he should be. Let's talk about the Starlet Championship. How about a match between yourself and Amity LeVay for that Starlet Championship, huh?
I basically did it one time as the Groovy Grizzly. I dressed up at the last Fifth Dimension show. Everyone was like, wow, look, the Booker's wearing it. And I was like, nah, I'm just wearing it because I know that I'm going to do it the best. And everyone else is going to the head's gonna fall off or something. So I have technically wrestled Animated LeVay one time as not as MBJ, but as the Groovy Grizzly. But as MBJ, I would beat her ass and take the belt back. No shot. I'll tell you what.
She probably disagree with you though.
Yeah, no, she may scream and be upset about it, but you know, I'm vicious these days. Especially if I wear the Juggalo face paint again, I'd go out there and I'd throw fists. You know.
Man, I'm laughing so much. I'm having a great time talking to you, bud.
Amen, brother. Amen, my good brother. That's what MBJ brings it, dude. You know.
You bring the smoke, man. I love your passion, and like I said before, man, anybody should book you, and you add value to everybody's show, 100%. No,
That's what I'm saying.
no BS,
Put yourself,
no shit.
My hero is currently in the WWE. His name is Logan Paul. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard.
I will become much like Logan Paul. I will use YouTube and shit to get over and become a internet sensation to the fact that WWE will have to give me a contract. They'll be like, you know what? We're not just IDing him, but we're putting him in the Royal Rumble and we're sending him to the moon. That's going to be my way in.
It works. I know someone else who's making waves through YouTube and all that stuff, man. So yeah, I can see it working.
Got to be a YouTuber, bro. That's your way in.
You got to beat Mr. Beast in them,
dude. I will find Mr. Beast and I'll beat his ass just to get over. You know what I mean? If I got to beat him up to get over, I will.
Maybe he'll give you like a $10,000 check.
Dude, if there's a challenge, find me and beat my ass for a certain amount of money. I'm in.
Oh man, we've lost track of anything. All right, MBJ. Let's talk about what do you like to do for fun besides wrestling?
I love Fortnite, brother. It's like the only game that I'll need for the rest of my life, dude. I just updated that thing. I may stream it tonight, bro. I might be hopping on. I've wanted to get onto the stream, a little thing, you know, and I may be bringing back a little stream to my peeps, my followers, dude, because I crush this Fortnite, dude. And MBJ's got a little entertainment in him, you know what I mean? He can go for a little bit, so I may bring that. I love that Fortnite, love that. We also love to listen to music. We love jam bands such as the Grateful Dead, Dead and Company. I just went to the Spear in Las Vegas and I saw them. Billy Strings is another big bop of mine, as well as the Pigeons who play ping pong. Love them. Pigeons playing ping pong are great. So we love our music. We love our Fortnite. And, you know, wrestling, I guess, is our third love. It was my first love. And now it's like, yeah, it's funny when you're in the business, it kills the magic a little bit to it. I can never watch it the same as I know the formula too freaking good. My first day I signed up, I asked Tony Nese if I was gonna have to be a high flyer because I was small. Like that's the thought that I had going into this shit. That was the naiveness. Now I know the formula so well that there is.
What did Tony Nese say to you?
I don't remember, but I think his brain probably melted a little bit. He probably said, he said, I can't believe we got this one. We got an idiot.
I see Buzz Lightyear in the back corner. Do you collect certain things?
Dude, I collect a bunch of things. I guess that's another cool thing about me. I have like a china cabinet full of the wrestling figures. My favorite shelf in it is guys who I have faced or worked with. You know what I mean? So there's we have a lot of funny ones in there. John Silver's in there. I was in there with MJF in my second match ever, so he's in there as well. Max Caster, awesome. Aaron Stevens, Hornswoggle, Adam Rose, all these guys. Adam Rose gave me a concussion. He's in there. He's got a microphone in his hand, so that's how he got me.
That's quite the list you got there. Holy cow!
Yeah, no, and I think that's funny that we got all the clowns that are inside said. Trent Beretta's in there too. I put Jimmy Hart's in there. I never faced him, but I almost killed him in my car one time. So I said,
"Did you really?"
Yeah, I almost killed Jimmy, so I had to put him in there. Snitsky's in there. Yeah, we gotta. That's how I guess that's how I remember the names I faced is this shelf. When the slime balls truly make it and they WWE action figures, I'm screwed.
Oh man! What was the best thing that came out of your time with Jimmy Hart? Like, what was the best thing he said?
Oh no, that was a great night, dude. It was me, Slimeball Sage, and Jimmy Hart, so it was a trio. And you know, Jimmy was hungry. Jimmy was like, "Oh, can I eat something, baby? Can you please take me to get something to eat?" I was like, "I got you, Jimmy. You want to go to a diner?" So we went to the California Diner on Sunrise Highway, and when we pulled up there, they were closing. And as we got out, we were walking to the thing, and like the servers were locking the door and leaving, and then they recognized Man Bun Jesus, and then they said, "Wait, what the hell are you doing with Jimmy Hart?" So and I fucking, and it was mad funny. And this is like, I feel like this was right before Slimeball got signed. So I was fucking like, I was just being a dickhead, like joking around. I was like, "Oh, you see that shit, bro?" I was like, they recognized MBJ first, and then they recognized Jimmy Hart. And then, but they were
Nice.
closed, dude. They were closed. So we went around the other side of Sunrise to Applebee's. And just because it was right around, Jimmy didn't want to put on his seatbelt, I guess. So, it was just right around the corner, baby. No problem. So we go around the Applebee's, and I guess I turned a little too early on one of the turns into the fucking Applebee's, So I hit the curb, and Jimmy Hart's in there. He's like this. He's like flying around the fucking thing. And I'm like, Jimmy, holy shit, dude. And we got in there. He was starving. Jimmy was starving. He paid for our food. He got noticed again. He fucking pulled the Hall of Fame ring out on the fucking waitress. And he was a sweetheart. But the only thing he ate was fucking spinach artichoke dip, and he didn't even eat it all. But he
Really?
was starving. He was starving. That's because he was old, I guess, right?
I love Jimmy Hart. I got to meet him in St. Louis last year. Such an awesome guy, man.
I saw him the
Really
day after. I asked him, I said, "You all right, Jimmy?" He was like, "Yeah, my knee was hurt, but now my neck's all fucked up." And I was like,
Oh
he was
no!
fucking around. He's fucking around. I hope he was. I seen him at the airport, and I fucking was. I told him, I was like, "You remember that guy who fucking almost killed you in New York?" He was like, "Oh shit, baby, that was you." I was like, "Yeah, that was me." And I saw him at
awesome.
WrestleMania this year too, and he fucking was like, "Hey, how you doing, baby?" And I was like, "What's up?" So
That's
old
awesome.
Jimmy Hart, we almost killed Jimmy, and now he's a good brother, I guess.
Oh man, you're definitely living the great life, my brother. Good stuff
Yeah.
for you always. All right, let's talk about. What time is it? Oh man, I'm running out of time. I got another
Holy
podcast.
Toledo!
Holy, we got to do a part 2.
Yeah, I'm down for a part 2. MBJ's I got stories for years, dude.
All right, well, we'll get into that in next time we talk. For the next couple of months, talk about what you got going on besides the Flyers.
No, we got a couple exoduses coming up. I don't think all these dates are confirmed or no nothing, but you'll see me at every exodus. You'll see me at every NYWC coming up. You'll see me. Fit Dimension will be running more, so you got to keep your eye out on the 5D Pro Wrestling, because that one's going to be coming, and we're going to be trying getting them every month, like I said earlier. So we got those 3, and I'm going to be making my way back out to West Virginia for Appalachian Championship Wrestling this summer. They like to do shows at the Buffalo Wild Wings. I love the Buffalo Wild Wing shows, so I'm going to be making my way back out to West Virginia this summer. You can peep me out there. And I don't know, if you want me somewhere, you tell them to book me. Basically,
Book 'em.
you tell them book MBJ, and we want to see him. So that's basically what we got going on.
Definitely book MBJ, and if you can't somehow get in touch with him, get in touch with me, and I will put you in touch with MBJ.
Papa Dink will get me booked, baby. Amen.
I'll try. Actually, I'll talk to an owner this weekend. Actually, we'll see what happens.
We need the buns.
We need the buns. Guns up, buns out.
Amen. That's what we're talking about. Buns up.
All right, definitely catch MBJ teaming up with his good pal Mike Mastretta coming up at Red or Blue May 31st at the NYWC building, and then on June 8th they're going to present the WWE ID Showcase tournament right there. Bryce Donovan right there.
Remember him, Shook Crew? He's coming for you.
Do.
He was an NYWC great back when I started, dude. We were all fucking making things happen there. Now he's ID'd.
He's ID'd, man. He's such a good guy, too. 100%. All right, what's up, Cora? Coraline, how you doing? Oh, man, all right. Tomorrow, I will be heading out to New Jersey, MBJ, for the Chosen One tryouts. I'm hanging out there.
Goodness.
Sonny Ono hosting, Perry Saturn, the Tokyo Monster. They're going to choose one person to be chosen. They're going to win a round trip ticket to Japan.
What? Are you kidding?
And Doja Spears. No BS. They've chosen someone in every state that they do this. Titan is hosting the New Jersey state. It's a $200 registration fee, but if you believe in yourself, like Man Bun said,
dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. I went. I did a tryout, dude. I did a tryout with Gabe Sapolsky. I had $0 in my bank account. Cost like $200. I somehow made the $200. Bummed that $200. did it, and that's why I do WWE shit now. So
That's
if you
awesome.
believe on yourself, you should do that 100%.
And speaking of Gabe's doing a seminar as well
Yes,
at
he is.
NYWC on June 8th. So go to NYWC for more information on that. After the tryouts, I'll be hanging out still in New Jersey because Titan Championship Wrestling presents Rise of the Titans. PJ Savage takes on Michael Fane right there. But here's the full card. Look at that. Our good pal Emily LeBay is in there. She's taking on JC Storm.
Hey. Oh, wait. Those old Puerto Ricans, the Audacity are
Oh,
in
the
the thing.
Audacity's going to be there. Oh, shit.
Holy moly, 5D. And Joey Conway, of course.
Joey
Those
Conway.
Those are
Oh
5D
my
superstars, dude. God damn.
Check it out. Rise of the Titans. Titan Championship Wrestling. Get your tickets right now. Woo. That's a lot of stuff going on. Also in July, MBJ, NYWC presents Rising Star Women's Wrestling. Already signed up. Legit Layla Hirsch. Zoe Sky right there.
She's teamed with Savelli one time.
Yeah. Vicious Vicky Venuto.
Vicious Vic.
Once again, Amity LeBay.
Amity.
And from Chicago, Lulu Lorena coming to Long Island for the first time.
Welcome, Lulu.
We got more announcements coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm coming back with Coach David, and we're going to make more announcements, and we're going to blow your mind, buddy.
Wow, more announcements.
More announcements, right, Cora? Right.
Yes, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation.
Speaking of Cora's going to be joining me this Sunday at 6 o'clock. Just trying to get her freaking flyer up. I thought I had it up, but oh man, let me put that up real quick because she deserves her flowers. Cora Line joining me.
Give her flowers.
Sunday night. Plus, I have other guests next week. Check out my socials. We'll talk about it more coming up later on. MBJ, everybody. Thank you, MBJ, for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me. It was a true honor and a true blessing to finally make it beyond the barricade. God damn it.
Man, the honor's all fucking mine. Trust me. I appreciate you coming on. Big talent right here. Book MBJ. MBJ, hold on for a minute. Everybody else, I'll see you soon.